first week of the brand new series that I'm putting out, all about yoga, meditation, and breathing exercises. So I decided that I wanted to go ahead and call the series something, just to help with kind of consistency and help you guys find which videos go with the series. So I decided that I'm going to call it just simply Wellness with Kelly. So you'll see at the end of all of the titles, that's the word, titles, at the end I'll put Wellness with Kelly. That way you'll be able to tell that this video is part of the series that we're launching as of this week. So I'm really excited to kick this off. For the very first week, we're going to be doing something super simple and super basic, but has huge impact on both your physical practice and your mental health, and that is belly breathing. So what is belly breathing? So basically, a lot of us, whenever we breathe, we actually breathe up in our chest, sometimes even up in our shoulder and collarbone area. And while that's fine, typically for like everyday breathing, what can happen is that actually triggers to our minds that we should be stressed or anxious. So especially whenever we start to breathe quickly or shallow in this area. So this happens a lot with people who experience anxiety or just a lot of stress in general. So you can actually practice at home, just breathing really, really shallow and quick breaths up in your chest area. You'll notice maybe yourself get kind of hyped up or anxious or maybe a little more stressed out. So the goal of belly breathing is to bring that breath from the chest and maybe the shoulder area down into our stomachs and take big, full breaths to kind of ease the system and tell our system and our minds that we can be calm and we can be collected and centered. So belly breathing is something that's really, really great for people who experience anxiety, people who are experiencing a lot of stress in their life. I've even found it to be really helpful for people who are experiencing symptoms of PTSD. Whenever you're feeling triggered by something that's happened, you can actually try to do some belly breathing, and it can calm our minds back down and bring us back to the present moment instead of being brought back to that previous experience. So belly breathing has a lot of really good and awesome effects for our mental health, and it also tells our bodies as well that we can be calm. And the great thing about it is that it's so simple and so easy that we can do it at any point throughout our day. We could take just even 10 seconds can make a huge difference in how we feel if we can stop and just breathe and take those full deep breaths down in our stomach. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that today. So what I would recommend is that if you're brand new to breathing exercises in general or belly breathing specifically, is that you practice at home laying down. And the reason that we lay down is because it actually helps distinguish where the breath is in our torso and helps us take fuller, deeper breaths versus sitting up. It can be a little bit more difficult. So if you're brand new, try it at home laying down, and that's how I'm going to do it today to show you guys how it's done. And do it a few times. That way your body kind of gets the habit of it and understands what you're trying to do, and then you can take it out into your daily life. And if you're feeling some anxiety or stress, you can bring that into your day and just do it. And maybe you've gotten to the point where you can do it sitting up, so you don't have to lay down in maybe your office. But if you can lay down in your office, then great. So let's get started.
So start by just getting comfortable, laying on a mat or on the floor. Just find a comfortable way to lay down. If laying down flat bothers your lower back, bring some tension to that area, go ahead and either pick your feet up and put your feet on the mat with knees towards the ceiling, as this helps elongate the back and relieve some of that pressure, or you can actually place a rolled up blanket or a bolster underneath your knees. And once you've found that comfortable space, go ahead and start by just noticing the breath. So we're going to start by not controlling or changing the breath, but just noticing what's happening with it. So take a minute to notice where it's at in the body. Is the breath in the chest or in the upper collarbone and shoulder region, like what we were talking about earlier? Is it in the belly already? Just take stock of it. Notice if it's shallow or quick, or if it's full. And now go ahead and send the breath down into the belly. Imagining as though you're filling it up like it was a balloon. With each inhale, imagine filling the balloon up, filling your stomach completely. And with each exhale, letting the air out of the balloon. If you'd like, you can place your hands on your stomach to feel what it's like to have the stomach rise and fall. See if you can lengthen out the breath. Another great way to practice this is by sitting something on your stomach. And it's really cute if you are teaching kids how to do this, especially you can put a stuffed animal on their stomach so that way they can watch it going up and down, or you can do this yourself as well. It's fun. But it just gives a visual of what it's like to fill your stomach up and let the air back out. So go ahead and stay here for another minute or two, just practicing being with the breath, filling your stomach up nice and full, and letting the air out. Continue to try to slow the breath and lengthen it out with each inhale. And slowly let all the air out. Seeing if you can completely empty the lungs. Once you've done this for maybe 15 to 20 breaths, you can go ahead and go back to breathing normally. And then slowly sit yourself up and have completed.
Okay guys, so that's it. It's pretty simple and really easy. Like I said, I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that you're able to practice this at home. One thing that I will add is that if you do practice this at home, one thing that I really encourage people that I've worked with in the past to do is to kind of check in with yourself before you do it. Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Give yourself some kind of word, whether that's anxious or stressed, or maybe it is calm or anything. Like, just give some kind of feeling word to how your current experience is, and maybe give yourself, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being feeling no anxiety at all, totally calm and collected, to 10 being I am getting ready to have like a panic attack, I'm crawling out of my skin, the most anxious I've ever been. And put yourself somewhere on that scale before and after you do this. So the reason why I say this is that it's really important for mindfulness and just understanding our own inner workings and how we respond to things and how anxious we are, and giving that some kind of a rating is really helpful. And 2 is that you want to know if this actually works for you. If this is something that is worth practicing and bringing into your daily life or not. And checking in before and after you do something like this, especially if it's brand new, gives you a sense of whether or not it's working for you. So that would be my last piece of all of this lesson for the day. Like I said, I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that you're able to take it into your day. If you didn't see last week's video and you're wondering, what is this series that I'm talking about, go ahead and go over and check it out. I explain all about what this series is going to be about, a little bit about my background, And I'll link that video down in the bottom, that way it's just really easy to get to. But again, I'm going to name the series Wellness with Kelly, so that way it's really easy to find these videos and know which ones fit into the series. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time for yet another